Hey guys, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another video for you. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at the RRR system, the Racing Rig Revival. Now that it's fully built, I've got it all ready and I wanted to make one last video before she makes her way up into the loft where I keep my racing system. So, if you've not followed the rest of the log, which is live on the channel, we have a couple of other videos. But anyway, as you can see, while I'm waving around in the reflection, we have a full side panel window which I fitted on there. The case, believe it or not, is a NZXT H440. So with the window off, we get a better look. Got an acrylic power supply cover down the bottom that I did make it myself. I measured it all up. I got the acrylic scent pre-cut, so I just had to add the drill holes and stuff. We've also got a cover down the back. I cut all the hard drive bays off. Now I've been through this in all the other videos, but so I'll just kind of go through the highlights now. We've got EK white Varda fans throughout. We've got 2 in the front. We could have got 3 in the front, but because of this it's now hampered. So we've now got 2 in the front, we've got 1 in the back being used as an intake, and then we have the 2 in the roof. The white AIO is actually a custom one that Acetec made me. I do have a few others as well actually. The pump is based on the NZXT H440, so that's why it's red, it's RGB. Then we've got custom red braided hoses, a white 40mm thick radiator. It's a 120mm based radiator, so 240 in total. That is graphics card wise, that is a Strix 1080. Hanging off, not really in this sense, but we do have the Z170S. So it's the Sabranco Tough model. It's the white PCB motherboard. In there we've got a 6700K, it's overclocked to 4.6 gigahertz, but I've done it a little bit differently to the way most people would do. It's not got a 46 multiplier, it's got a 23 multiplier, and it's running at 200 base clock rather than 100 base clock. That's some clever memory in there at the moment. It's the one thing about it at the moment, could still change because I think I need to have red lights in there. I have contacted them to see if I can get some red versions, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet, because I think I'm going to keep the graphics card will eventually get painted white. I've just got to wait to get in the shed, do this and another one. So this will be getting swapped out for a white one, or rather it'll be getting swapped out for one that's been painted white, and then I think I like the white. I'll keep the red LEDs with the white and the white fans to kind of tie in with the AIO pump cover, however you want to put it. That cover has actually got 4 coats of white on it, and then it was laser cut, and they laser cut the logo into it for me. It really wasn't a simple process, it was a total ball ache. There's a lot of red M3 bolts throughout. That's kind of a standard thing with the sort of stuff that I do. The one thing that I've not done yet, and I'm waiting for them to come, I didn't realise when I ordered them they had to come from China, is I'm going to change the bolts in the AIO for red ones as well. So I might have to wait another week or 2 for the bolts to turn up. It's one of those ones where it's on a snail mail process. People keep asking me how I did the GPU. Well, that's how really. I pretty much chopped this section out of the PCI brackets, glued the rest of them back in. We've got a bit of rubber here just so that it's got, oh, it's actually come out a little bit on that one. How bad? There we go, it's pushed back in. So we put them back in just so that there was a bit of continuation. Then the mounts for the screws that you would always normally put in the side of the case, they're just screwed into the top. That's it, simple. On the other side, I actually put all of the covers back on, just so that you can see that that's the way it should be. That one's wonky, it's doing my head in. Let's see if we can straighten it up. There we go. So they're just the ends that are back on that side, just so it doesn't look wrong. And then the it's a riser card there that I'm using. Could have done with a slightly shorter one, but I managed to fold it round enough. That one's a 25 centimetre. I probably would have used a 20 if I had known On the H440 we do have these standard lights that light up the back panel, and there should be one quite handily just here, but it means modding the bracket for the 1080. So that is 100% going to go back in, and it will put a section of light down the back of the GPU, but that's not going to get done until I put the white GPU in. Like I said, it's going to be a few weeks, and I want to get this in and set up first. Okay, so that's it. It's fully built, and I can't stress enough, I haven't used any particularly specialist tools with this, just a Dremel, a drill. The most difficult tool that I use, and it's a bit of a weird one, and that would have been the riv nut gun, and that's how I fitted the side window. I've said about that multiple times though. So the most important thing with this is maybe it might inspire you to be able to go and order yourself some pre-cut acrylic. You can find them on eBay, easily get on Google and search for it. All of the acrylic that I used in this cost me less than £30 GBP delivered, and that was including ordering the full side window at the same time. So acrylic really isn't that expensive. But anyway, it's now really time to... Okay, so this is the less... Well, it's not really glamorous next door, but anyway, this isn't the glamorous bit. So this is where I have to keep my racing rig, and this is where the rig is gonna do its service, go into service, all that thing. This one of the reasons why I chose the H440 was the flat top, so I can still put my wireless router on the top of it. But anyway, so it's gonna live here, and I've got a GT Omega racing sim and a Thrustmaster T500 RS. You've already seen my video that I managed to get a cheap PG348 ROG Swift monitor to go on there. I know a lot of people are about saying VR, but we need to go through some progression. I need to get used to playing like this again. And so anyway, it's up here. This is where it's going to live now. This is it. A few minor changes. Like I said, I do need to get the audio sorted out. Now you can see that I've got the SP2500 speakers here on top of other speakers. These are just like placeholders because I wanted something heavy to put them on so I can get them sounding right, and then I'll start looking for either speaker stands or leave these. But weirdly, we're going to have a SP2500 running the front channels wired into the front on the system, and then I've got another set of SP2500s that I'm going to have wired up to the rear, and I'm going to see what dual 2.1 sounds like. Don't know what it will go like, but anyway. And I'm going to plug them in. I've got an Asus Zonar U7, which is a USB kind of DAC thing, and it's an external because with the way that the system's set up, I couldn't get a sound card fitted, and I wanted to use a step up from onboard audio. So with this, you've got all different channels. You've got SPDIF on it if you want. It's done by USB. There's a really easy like volume thing on the side. It's got a headphone amp built in, so if I do end up going VR, then I've got that side of it covered. And I'm probably on the other side of the chair going to end up with it fixed down the bottom, so that when I'm actually gaming, I can slip my hand down and turn it up and down. But this is the way I've got it mocked up. Now, as you can see, there's stuff everywhere. I've got my drill up here, my trusty Dyson handheld. So I've got a lot of stuff to get sorted. I need to get the speakers mounted on the front because they're going to go up here so that they're quite high. So I've got quite a bit to do. I've got an operating system on this now. We've got the overclock on it. It's stable. Done all the drivers. Done all that sort of stuff. Now I need to get it all married up with the T500 and the monitor, you know, and get things all playing nice. And then this is going to be like a little bit of an ongoing project for me, really, because I need to get the office tidied up, sort some lighting. People keep saying about painting the wall, but I don't know, I like the kind of rusticy look. But I'm going to change the lighting away from these kind of like storage lights, so it's nicer for when I'm actually gaming up here. But yes, that's it. She's built. Next stage, you might see me kind of driving or something, I don't know. Would you like me to carry on these videos? I need to know what you guys think. But anyway, with my take on what a H440 should look like, this is Tiny Tom Logan with another one of the RRR videos out. Ding! Double ding! It's built!